One reason the White Sox have enjoyed good success thus far this season would be that man who's been instrumental in 23 victories. He's won 6 himself and saved 17. The big right-hander Ed Farmer coming on in the bottom of the 6th inning. The move made by Earl Weaver, who has made a lot of moves tonight and a lot of moves that might be second-guessed.
That's true. I remarked when he put in that bevy of substitutions earlier that he was diminishing his power, especially in the outfield. Now he's got Jackson out of the game, Lynn out of the game, Rice sidelined with the injury, and he's got all those lefties in there against Royce.
Well, I think every all-star manager will tell you, you can't please them all. You can either play to win with your best or try to get everybody in. There's a man who's become an institution in Los Angeles, the peanut vendor.
Yep, famous
from
guy.
all angles.
On the other side of the coin, going back to Dunn's pregame talk with Weaver, he made it clear he wanted to get everybody in. So this may be his whole purpose.
You'd love to get everybody in, and you'd also love to win. Somewhere along the line, why things just might turn out that way, or might not turn out that way, I should say. And right now, why the American League lead is tied, and it's in jeopardy.
Runners at first and third, one out, and Dave Winfield pops it up in foul ground. And it will land and bounce in the dugout. 0-1 the count. Phil Garner, the go-ahead run, is at third. And there's George Hendrick, who drove in the tying run at first, held aboard by Cooper. 2-2 tie in the bottom of the 6th inning. Infield double play depth. Oh, 0-2.
I think Ed Farmer falls into that same category that we've talked about with Rich Gossage. Of course, Farmer with the White Sox, and their pitching coach Ron Schuler has said that, first of all, they're using him now only like in the 8th and 9th innings if they can just keep it right there. But for the first time, he's been a leader, and he's not necessarily a follower anymore.
He's been around. It's an interesting story with Ed Farmer. Been in professional baseball since 1967. Nondescript career, really. And this year, everything perfect. Bouncer, Randolph can't handle it, gets away from Willie, everybody is safe, and the Nationals have the lead.
That ball hit out on the end of the bat. It was hit hard. It short-hopped Randolph. Willie, you see him make that play many times, but it just came up on him, and when he ran it down, he had no chance whatsoever. There it is again. That ball slicing a little bit, comes off the glove, and by the time he does retrieve it, they get nobody. National League on top, 3-2.
Ran a difficult game for Willie.
They give him an error on that one. They gave him the error before when he threw it by Cooper, as Keith Hernandez bats for Steve Garvey and looks to the strike. His teammate, Hendrick, at second. Dave Winfield aboard at first. Hernandez hitting .323, co-MVP with Stargell last year, and the batting champion. 1-1. Ed Farmer, 6'5", 210-pounder.
Mm.
1-2.
Boy, he's got a nice swing.
He's beautiful. National League batting leaders, of course, Reggie Smith started. Templeton is not here. If he's not starting, he's not departing, according to Gary. Cromartie's not here either. But Hernandez at the plate right now, tied for third. 2-2.
Was Farmer involved in that incident with Al Cowens, and the law courts now involved.
Foul at the plate. You're hearing about that one, I think, for quite some time, perhaps. Of course, Farmer last year hit Cowens with a pitch, sent Al to the hospital. Next time he faced him, Cowens now, of course, with Detroit. Easy ground ball, and instead of running to first base, ran right out to Farmer. Suspended for 7 days.
And the criminal complaint subsequently filed.
2-2 pitch, shot back off Farmer, and Yount will have to hold it as everybody is safe to load him up. Hernandez sharply back through the middle. Farmer just getting a piece of it. And Keith is aboard and happy.
That ball was hit hard. Howard, you talked about injuries in all-star games, and here could have been one here. Look at that ball, a line shot, and he just did get a glove on it. Now, Robin Yount's going over by the bag at second base, has to stop, reverse his direction. All he can do is eat it and hold the runners right where they're at. Bases loaded, still 3-2 National League.
Only one out. The National League with Pete Rose coming up in a position to break the game open for the American League. At the moment, at least, a continuation of the disconcerting trend of so many years.
Pete Rose batting for Stearns. The bases loaded, taking high. That's a moment to remember just there. That's the first time I've ever heard Pete Rose cheered in Dodger Stadium. That's a first. Infield up at first and third. Double play at short and second. As Rose hits a bouncer down to Randolph. Willie over to Yount. One and back to first. Double play. So Rose hits into a double play to end it. But here in the sixth inning, the National League comes up with a couple of runs. 4 hits.
This ball hit off the end of the bat, and Willie Randolph made a fine play. That ball wasn't hit that hard. He has to charge in front of the runner. Just backhanded flip to Yount, but Robbins got an excellent arm. Look at that, flat-footed, and they just get Rose to double him at first.
So after 6 complete innings of play, the National League on top, 3-2.